Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're playing the Outer Worlds, and last episode we got to our ship, and that was about it. We created our character, we saw the opening, and then we did the little tutorial thing and got to our ship. So let's get right back into it, and here we go. Wrapped it on biological overview. Kind of scary. I like these little diagrams and stuff during the loading screens though. There's like diagrams, there's some like old school ads and stuff. So I did come out after I turned the camera off, and there was a short little conversation with a guy basically telling me about Edgewater, which is right over here. And that's the first settlement that we're gonna go to, and yeah, so just get there. Oh, Marauder. Jesus. Oh, they killed somebody. Your pistol. Oh, poor fellas. They were just, trying to live their lives. The other one. Beep, beep, dee, dee, dee. All right. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Yeah, Edgewater's right here. You're gonna get a tone of this game right away here, like right when we first meet these people. So here we go.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
I love it so much.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company.
That's
Renting
ridiculous.
means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
All right, so yeah, he wants us to go around and collect money. Yeah, I'll do it.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
That's fun.
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Sure.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy, I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile
course
is
you
near the
haven't.
cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
All right. It's Emerald Vale. Let's put the gun away, shall we? All right, so let's go. We're doing the. Oh. Just get this taken care of.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
Here's our special case.
Tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's
Dear
plague.
Lord.
Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see your way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it. Wasn't trying to insult you.
Why would I be
Well, it's
insulted?
just you ain't one of us. A spacer, I mean. Stands to reason you got no company looking after you. Not your fault, though. Even freelancers gotta eat. And if that means they must scratch some bits out of odd jobs, who am I to judge them? At least you're not a deserter.
All right.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I'm gonna do that, but
Oblige
only
me with
because
your
I'm gonna be
haste.
going that
I
way.
think I feel the...
Oh, I feel the plague spreading. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be going that way at some point anyway, so I am
Making a
gonna take
mistake
that
working for Abernathy.
quest on. Who are you?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Oh, jeez.
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
I'm doing right by the town, I'll tell you that much. You bring me that medicine, and I'll see that it goes to the right people.
I don't know.
That's all I can ask of you.
I don't know if I can really trust her either. Let's go. Whoop. No. Oh. I got one right here.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Oh.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Yeah, this kid's not a prick at all.
No, thank you. That's quite all right.
What I thought.
I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Speaking of death.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean your bro?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Yeah, I don't care.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some
Hold up,
time
what?
ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
My God.
Much obliged.
Sure. Who's next? Phyllis. All right. Here we go. And up we go, I believe. Nope, that's not right. Let's go back down. Guns away, please. Thank you. All right, Phyllis. Phyllis. Who are you?
You're safer inside the walls.
Sure. Phyllis. There's Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm not the new worker.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Oh, that was nice of her.
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
That's comforting. All right. Let's get back down here. We've got to find Ludwig. Get me out of here. So Ludwig will be over here. He'll be this one. Okay. Yum. This is not where the landing pad is.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Just the way it goes.
Oh, wanted posters. Neat. I'll have to go take a look at those then. Okay, the landing pad's on the other side. Let's go talk to Silas real quick about the Conrad situation, however. Put the gun away. Good lord. Hey, Silas. Buddy old pal.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit?
Question for you. Actually, no. Wait.
Grave
No.
digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Ah.
You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners, skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Alright. Let's get back into town.
Another day at the cannery.
The landing pad should be out this door. There you are. Get back here.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
I'm not here for any of that stuff.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Okay. Alright, let's go extort Conrad now.
What can I do for you? Go ahead. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here.
Okay.
I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Sounds
As the
exhausting.
good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months.
That's so sad.
I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
So messed up.
Nature is monstrous, friend, and this plague is natural selection at work. What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
A fellow doctor. Only we use the term doctor.
I am a
like...
Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
That's very impressive.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
I really want to kill this guy. Ew. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry him out. We sell them teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. It was Phyllis. You dirty rat.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Ask forgiveness later.
Good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
All right, we got those. Let's go back to Silas. Let's go.
Something I can do for you?
Sure is.
You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
Hmm.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see? And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it.
There you go.
One good turn deserves another.
Pay the man. There you go. All right. Done with that. Your reputation with the faction has changed. If enemies are hostile, but your reputation isn't kill on sight. Oh. I think I basically said if you leave for a few days, they'll chill. Help the minister. Oh. Started too late again. Alright, I gotta go up there and talk to that guy. These next couple characters we're gonna meet are quite interesting. So let's be ready for that. And up we go.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Because I'm not a worker.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
There it is.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out.
Sure, by all means.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise.
I'm not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant.
But it has
I am
been a
trusting
few
you
years
with
since.
mine.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
It is. Ooh. All right, let's go. Level up. C&P New Manager Seminar. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You unlock a special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger. Some people may be requiring completing another quest before they'll assist you. You can check your quest log for dependencies. Alright, so we got skill points available. Let's get these distributed. Go a couple more up here. Oh, we'll do some in there. That. Looks good. You've unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Awesome. Alright, so Liver reads message. Are we yeah. Yeah, we gotta go out there then. Wait. Yep, that's also out there. Cool. So ooh, armor management. Wear an armor or helmet item, navigate to the item and select it. You can also manage your armor here. Break them down, inspect them, compare them to other armor, tag them as junk, or drop them. Armor 3, armor 4. Stealth skills +5. Router armor. This mining gear has seen some hard times in a sulfur pit somewhere. Yeah, I think we want to be wearing that. Got quest dependencies. There we go. Yep. I'm sorry. I gotta get. Oh, whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I have to clear all these out. It bothers me when they're not. I'm not real sure why, but it does. It's a thing. I don't know. That's a little high. Okay. So
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
well, let's go. Come on. All right.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
We are. Talk.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Got that one.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
You know Adelaide?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Yikes.
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Sure.
Thanks, mister. I just
Go meet
think
Max,
when you
too.
make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Vickers this way, so let's go.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Hi, Max.
Yes, what is it? You're
pleasant.
Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
I like this guy.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
Nah, that's not my
You
style.
wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds logical.
If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge.
You know it.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, A
I like
faded
money.
blue cover with the name Mbakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Oh, I'm serious.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
All right, we've been playing for a little while now, and I apologize. We haven't really accomplished anything. So we're going to get right down to business here. We are going to go and we are going to, I'm sorry, we are going to mark this off because ugh. And then, all right, so, oh yeah, right, map, this way, I believe. Yes, maybe, hopefully. That is not the right entrance. And it examined. This way, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute, the next one comes out of your pay. What he really just said to him. Parvati here. Parvati, you need like weapons. Ah, there we go. The companion ledger. There we go. Companion ledger shows you everything you need to know about your companions. You can see their skills, stats, status effects, and gear. To change your companion's gear, first select the item you want to swap out, then choose a compatible item to replace it with. You can also change how they behave in combat by selecting their preferred weapon, follow distance, and aggressiveness. Parvati enjoys her handheld weapons, I believe. So we're gonna give her that. We're gonna let her keep the hammer, and her armor is better than any armor that we can provide to her right now. So we will keep her close with she'll do melee and she'll be aggressive. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Borstwurst. Ew. Oh, you know what? I have weapons that I'm not holding for some reason. Also, let's make sure none of these somehow. There's not a lot between here and the botanical garden except the community center, which I believe is over here. But we are going to, oh, shoot. He's so good. Item repair. Keeping your company gear in tip-top shape is expected, and something that you're carrying needs repaired. You can repair weapons and armor at a workbench using weapon and armor parts. Get them from breaking down unwanted items. Players with the engineering skill can repair their gear without the need of a workbench. Repairing an item returns it to 100% durability and full effectiveness, ready to cause or prevent maximum damage. Keep your office equipment in tip-top shape for superior company efficiency. Okay, so yeah, see, that lowered the DPS just a little bit, but we have extra guns, so that's fine. Let's just get that out of the way. Right, so her blade is 60 DPS. Sentry bladed, or yeah, it's 73. So I'll keep the sentry saber. And let's continue about our way. Oh, he sees me. Wait, no he doesn't. No he doesn't. No he doesn't. Jesus. He's not dying to anything. Ah, he took Parvati down. Oh man, there's so many of them. Get over here. You alright, Parvati? Alright, let's pick up these. Get our loot. And we now have a hunting rifle that we can equip. And an LMG that we can equip. That's also pretty neat. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I really am. I don't know why I'm getting such bad frame rates. That's significantly better. Okay. There's a couple more spots like this. Here's the community center I said about. Where'd he go? Oh no, I died. I wasn't expecting to die. Okay, so the hunting rifle might be a little too slow. Gonna have to stick with the LMG, I guess. Let's just bust on in here. Do, 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 do. Get out of here. Good stuff, Parvati. Get our loot. Also, We're at the community center, so let's go ahead and take a look at our armor situation now. Much better. Right. All right, so let's keep on moving to the gardens. Oh, there's some bodies here. Oh, an assault rifle. Heck yeah. And up here is the botanical garden.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. Got anything in you besides questions? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Indeed.
Appreciate it. Honest.
All right, so we're gonna go find Adelaide, and then we're gonna talk to Adelaide, and that's gonna be the end of this episode then. So let's put our gun away, and then in the next episode we will decide what we're gonna do about rerouting the power. So let's talk to Adelaide quick.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I've been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often.
Oh, memories.
Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Here we go.
You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Something about coming back to the town and losing
Out,
power.
baby. Reed is positively soporific.
Oh,
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned.
sick
I
burn.
and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip 'em out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts.
Yeah, but Reed asked me first. All right, everybody. I think that'll just about do it for this episode. So, thank you for coming out. And if you watched this far, thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you were playing the question for this episode, if you were playing this game, would you reroute the power to the cannery, or would you reroute the power over here to this beautiful botanical garden where everybody seems to be so peaceful and happy? Let me know down in the comments. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you can get notified for more content. See you guys next time.